Hello, YouTube, and everybody watching. So, another week. I have been thinking about this video since Monday-ish. I am going to give a fair warning that this may be a longer video than I normally do. One of the feedbacks I got over the last year was that, the long 8-minute videos, you kind of got to shorten them to 5 minutes because that's easier. And, with viewership staying around between 13 to 23 people, I've been keeping to that. But today's going to be a longer one, and I apologize about that. But at the same token, there's kind of a lot I want to talk about. Now, obviously, I just want to get, there's some good and bad, so let's just get through the bad quickly. First and foremost, I only went to the gym twice this week. I did use the home gym Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, but I didn't go to the gym those days. I went to the gym Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday, I was at the gym incredibly early. In fact, I was there at 5 a.m., which I was very happy about. Or actually, I'm sorry, 5:30, which I was very happy about. And so that's sort of the bad. And then obviously Friday, I had a string of bad luck that, it was funny because when we have bad days, and I don't know if this is ADHD or everybody, we try to blame, inanimate objects, the cursed shirt or the, whatever. When in reality, we very rarely look at ourselves and say, well, I could have done X, Y, and Z differently, and then this wouldn't have happened. And if I had, checked and, made sure that my wife's computer was up and running before 7:30 or 7:45, then I could have, easily gotten to work on time. And all these things that you think about, that afterwards that, yeah. So obviously, my wife's off next Friday, but the Friday after, I'm definitely going to be having her computer up and running, maybe the night before. But anyways, all that said, getting the bad stuff out of the way, let's talk about the good. Let's talk about why I have been so excited to do this video. Now, little story time. In 2019, one of the creators that I follow is a man by the name of David Zaritsky of the Bond Experience. And he created something called Bond 25 Fitness Challenge. This was to get in the best shape of your life before you see the 25th Bond film, which wound up being called No Time to Die. Now, a lot of fitness people that sometimes follow me always say, you shouldn't do challenges because once the challenge is over, then you're going to go back to your old ways. And that may be true, but at the same token, challenges can also be very exciting to get you motivated to do more. So I have been thinking about this, and I have created something that hopefully David Zaritsky would like, which is the First Light Fitness Challenge. Now, what does that mean? That means I'm going to get into the best shape of my life before I sit down to play the game First Light, the new James Bond video game. Now, that gives me at least a year. They're saying 2026. I'm going to guess it's going to come fall 2026. So I got about a year and a half to get down to either. And I've talked to some trainers about this. My friend up in Canada said, Pete, that said that I need to be at 7%. I've talked to others that say, 10 to 15%, around that percentage of body fat would be great. One person at the gym said 15 to 20. Really what I'm trying to look at, because the hashtag of First Light is earn the number. So the number that I want to earn is, I would like to be between 175 to 185 pounds. And I'd like to earn the number of between, 10 to 20% body fat. I think, that's a long, big range. And I'd like to try and make it, right smack dab in the middle between, 13 to 16% body fat, 70% body fat. Because again, if you look at the pictures online for that, you can kind of see abs and things like that. So definitely those are kind of my goals, which I've talked about on the channel before, but kind of just reiterating it. So what is the difference that I'm going to try and do now? So one of the things I thought about last night is how can I really make this more than just, oh, I want to lose weight before, how can I make this more about the game as well? Well, there's some things in the game that you see. First and foremost, the title, First Light. I'm going to try and hit the gym every day next week before the first light of dawn, because I think that would be, and I'm sure when Alexa watches this, she's going to giggle, my gym buddy Alexa, because I'm usually not there. Usually the sun's way up by the time I get to the gym. But no, I think this time it's time to try and get there by quote unquote first light. The other thing that I want to try and do is some of the things that are in the trailer. What do we have? We have Bond running, we have Bond climbing a mountain, we have Bond boxing. All three of those things I'm going to incorporate into my fitness regime: climbing, running, and of course boxing. These are things that will definitely help me to get into the best shape of my life, as I don't know many climbers or runners or boxers that are in really bad shape. So there's that too. So those are the things that I'm going to try and work on this week coming up. And like I said, I am going to, what else does this mean? Because I was thinking about this, and I'm going to kind of do a little bit of this video as David Zaritsky would do, because he would say, well, what do you mean? What do you mean by like diet and things like that? Well, first and foremost, one of my big things is ice cream, and I'm really going to try, ice cream is going to be for special occasions. That doesn't mean that if I had a bad day on Friday, I'm going to have a spoonful of ice cream. That doesn't mean that I'm going to have American cheese because the dog needs cheese because he's, barking and being angry or whatever. So I get the snack too. It doesn't mean that. It means that he gets the snack and I get back to what I was doing without him barking. It means I'm not eating ice cream unless, of course, it's at a party or something of that nature. These are the things that I'm going to be really focusing in on diet-wise because, as everyone knows, abs are made in the kitchen, not the gym. So yes, this is going to become a challenge for me. And as we learn more about the game and what sort of fitness aspects Bond does in the game, is going to be partly, what I'm going to be doing as well. He crouches and can crouch walk and things like that. All those things I'm going to incorporate into my fitness regime. May make me look like a little bit of a nut at the edge, but that's okay. You know what? Not many people talk to me at the edge anyway, so I'm not going to win friends with this probably, but it's okay. Because I'm going to win points in terms of earning the number. So that's really where I'm at with everything, and that's kind of the exciting sort of element of today. And obviously, I'm doing it first light in the morning. Well, not first light; it's 8:30 actually. But yes, I am recording this earlier in the morning than I normally would. But overall, that is kind of where I'm at. So I will let you guys know next week back into the 5 minute format of, oh, here's my week, here's what I did, and, here's how well I was. But yeah, so I'm starting the First Light Fitness Challenge this week, and I challenge you to earn your numbers, whatever they are. And until next time, I believe in you. I hope you still believe in me, and have yourselves a very, very wonderful day. #First Light Fitness Challenge.